This is why every man needs to go sober. So look, let me differentiate first the differences between boys and men. Let me recap. There's three main points and then there's subpoints. So the first main point that differentiates boys from men is men are always in control of their minds. The subpoints is like sexual desires, anger, or feeling disrespected, or chaos. So for example, boys just want to have sex with all girls and just run up their numbers, and that's just the game of like little boys. They just want to get their body count up, fuck hella bitches, like go to the party and da da da. Those are boys. Chaos, if some crazy scenario happened, or not even something crazy, but say like a fight broke out, or everybody got in a car accident and then like everybody's freaking out, a little boy would be freaking out as well. He would not have control of his mind to be able to think logically and make solutions to the problems. You feel what I'm saying? And then the third point, it's like anger or feeling disrespected. I mean, you could go up and call a boy a bitch and just say all this shit, start talking shit, he's ready to fight. Like, that's a boy. He's not in control of his mind at all times. The second main point is you have an obligation mindset towards your goals. So in terms of like training, studying, your diet, creating a solid man, a solid individual, you have a obligation mindset towards those goals. You set these goals, they're going to get done regardless of how tired you are, how much time you think you don't have, or whatever else. Obligation mindset towards your goals. And then lastly, men need to know how to protect and provide for themselves and if they have loved ones. But you need to know how to protect and provide for your fucking self. If you are 14 years old and you're doing all these things, you're a man. If you're 36 years old and you're not doing these things, you are not a man. So, right. Those are the things that differentiate boys and men. Now, why do all men need to go sober? Let me explain. Alcohol directly affects each of those areas of being a man. Your sexual desires and your lust for random women is extremely heightened when you're off alcohol. You just want to fuck, you want to go to the club, you want to get at every bit, you want to do all this shit when you're off alcohol. Chaos, I mean, how many dumb scenarios happen from people drinking? Like how many dumb fights and all this shit going on and just chaotic situations happen from alcohol? Everybody knows it. Next point, anger. Alcohol makes so many people angry and ready to fight, and you walk past somebody and bump into them, now they're ready to start tripping off you because they're trying to feel tough and their ego's boosted. It gives you a fake sense of confidence. As soon as you have a sip of alcohol, you're already immediately unable to operate any vehicle. So say some fucking scenario does happen. You're out with your girl or whatever, out with your homie, some shit happens. You can't even legally drive the car without some crazy shit happening, without getting a DUI. So it's like, as soon as you have a sip of alcohol, you're unable to operate every vehicle in the world. Like, it's just, let's just be fucking real. And then say you have an obligation to your training, whatever. Day is a little busy, you push your training back to a little bit later in the day, but more things pick up, whatever. You end up going out Christmas Day, everybody's drinking, you go out, come on, man, come on, Zay, it's just a drink, just have one drink, one shot. You have that one shot, now what is the likelihood of you training? What's the likelihood of you going to the gym? And then if you do go to the gym, like that's just even dumber. Like why would you go to the gym drunk off some alcohol? Like you're just unnecessarily like making yourself unhealthy and like putting yourself in a dumb situation. So lowers your ability to train at your best. Studying, you're not going to focus better if you're drunk. And then your diet, it just makes you fucking more unhealthy. It's literal poison. It's like if there was a fucking trend that bleach was going to get you drunk and give you the same feeling when you drink bleach, you'd be like, no, I'm not going to drink bleach. That's fucking crazy. That's what alcohol is. It's the same fucking shit. It's a poison. If you drink, bro, it literally, you get fucking headaches, you get hungover, you throw up. Like, people literally ignore all the signs of alcohol poisoning. People call shit alcohol poisoning when you're, like, about to die from it. But literally drinking any alcohol is alcohol poisoning because it's literal poison. It's not anything beneficial to your body. Let's get down to the last point. Protect and provide. You immediately lower your ability to protect yourself when you're on alcohol. Literally, it not only does it boost up your confidence thinking you're more capable than you are, it also lowers your ability to move, to fucking function, to walk, to act normal. Like if you've had fucking 4 shots, you are not gonna fight the same way you would fight if you were sober. Alcohol literally knocks at every pillar of being a man. Alcohol literally turns you into a boy. You want to fuck more bitches, you get angrier, you can't deal with the chaotic situation because you're just fucking thinking slower. You can't operate a vehicle, you would train less hard if you were to drink, you wouldn't study as good, your diet would literally go down, including your health, and you are able to protect and provide less. As soon as you have alcohol, all those things happen. You feel what I'm saying? It's like alcohol literally turns men into boys immediately, or to less of a man. And who the fuck, why would you intentionally choose to be less of a man? Like, go out, have a good time, but be your fucking self. Like, you can't be sober. I just want to drink. It's just a fucking drink. Like, da-da-da. Okay, you can't go out and have a good time and relax and unwind and do all that shit sober? Like, if you cannot do that, that's a fucking problem. That's an addiction. That, like, you're relying on alcohol. I can't. I just don't want to. Okay. I mean, you're just making excuses up the fucking ass. Like, everybody makes these excuses. And it's like, alcohol is just a socially acceptable fucking drug. It's like, if everybody was doing cocaine and shit like that, like, would you do cocaine? No, I wouldn't do cocaine. Of course not. It's fucking crazy. Well, that's what alcohol is. Like, alcohol has these crazy ass effects on people, but it's just socially acceptable. So everybody does it. Everybody celebrates with it. You have dumbass men teaching boys that to celebrate a good accomplishment or a hard day worth of work with a drink of alcohol. And it just, like, literally, alcohol, to sum it all up, turns men into boys immediately as soon as you start drinking. And someone asked me earlier today, we were all at a little Christmas party, little function, and she was like, why don't you drink? And I was like, I'm not going to explain all this to you right now. I'm not going to say all this and kill the vibe, but I'm just like, I just don't like to drink. Sum it up, I just don't like to drink. Because I don't want to go from a man to a fucking boy immediately. I don't want to be less capable. I don't want to be able to protect less. I don't want to be able to train. Like, I wouldn't have even been able to train tonight. But anyways, you get the point. Go sober. It will change your fucking life. Do it for 3 months and just see how it fucking feels. And you will realize that you've never needed it from the beginning, that you're more confident without it. Your life is better. You're more capable. You're more of a man. And life is just fucking good. I'm trying to tell you. This is coming from someone that drank all the time, living in Tokyo, traveling all over Asia, and all these. But anyways, you get the point. The future looks bright. Stay locked in. I'm going to see you at the top. Let's go.